the Secretary General, Organization for the Economic Cooperation and Development. She once declared that women are the most underutilized economic asset in the world's economy. A study carried out by W.I.N and Karim Sabag in 2012, sponsored by Harvard Business Education, reported that an approximate 1 billion women between the ages of 20 and 65 living or contributing at a subsistence level in both developing and industrialized nations will enter the economic mainstream for the very first time as producers, consumers, employees, and entrepreneurs by the year 2020. And that is just 3 years away. I'd like to thank Ms. Sade Ladipo, the country manager of WEConnect International. I would like to thank members of her advisory council. I'd like to thank and appreciate all stakeholders that are here present. And I'd like to welcome, of course, the gentlemen of the press and the best position in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I also want to thank them for the opportunity for me to be able to speak here today, for finding me worthy to come and rub minds with beautiful women like you. I wish every woman under the unction of my voice, every woman, wherever they may be, I'd like to wish every single one of us a very, very happy International Women's Day. As you know, the Women's Day is a worldwide event which started since the 1900s, but it has come to stay and is being celebrated to encourage women and to showcase their achievements worldwide. And the 8th of March is that day. So we thank God for His glory, for His grace, for each and every one of us to be able to make it to yet another one of such days. I'd like you to look at your sister on your left and your sister on your right and congratulate them. Say, I celebrate you. And say to yourself, I am an economic asset. I am an economic asset. The theme for International Women's Day 2017 worldwide is Be Bold for Change. And the theme for the Nigerian arm of WEConnect is bold steps for big change. Very bold steps for very big change. The message of this year's IWD is to encourage women to step up and take groundbreaking actions and break even more glass ceilings. And compelling evidences abound that women can be powerful drivers of economic growth if they are given the sufficient attention and support from government or policymakers in their respective countries. However, we all know that if we are to wait for that to happen on its own, we're going to have to wait forever. So we're going to have to take the bull by the horn and make it happen ourselves. to encourage you that we have to provide by ourselves, for ourselves, and get to where we need to be. I encourage you not to sit on your oars and sit there wishing. If we were to continue to sit and wish, it is said that beggars would ride. So I'd like to say that you need to go out there and fight. Fight for what you want to get to where you need to be. There are several women who have definitely broken cultural, physical, mental, and even business barriers, just to mention a few. They've been able to do it to become first in their fields of endeavor. I'll mention a few examples of such women who have become living legends and who have taken bold steps for big change. There's Amelia Earhart. She's an American. She was the first woman to fly solo, non-stop, in the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. And then we have yet again Harriet Tubman, an African American. She was the leader of the Underground Railroad, which brought slaves to freedom at the expense of her personal life. And then there was Mary Curie, the Polish who was naturalized, the physicist and chemist who invented the X-ray machine together with her husband. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the first woman and only person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences in 1903 and 1911. And then, coming closer to home, coming to Nigeria, we also have Captain Chinwe Chikelu, the first female pilot in Nigeria in 1978. And then there was Ambassador Nike Ebon Ayabola, the first minister in Nigeria during President Shehu Shagari's regime in 1979 to 1983. And then there's Mo Abudu, whom we all know, the first woman in Africa to launch a Pan-African TV station, a TV channel in 2013, that's around the corner. And there's also, well known to all of you, Tara Fela Durotoye, Nigeria's pioneer makeup artist and founder of the first makeup school in Nigeria in 1998. And in 2013, she was named by Forbes as one of the 20 young, powerful women in Africa. And then there's Admiral Itunu Hotono, the first woman to attain the rank of Rear Admiral in the Nigerian Navy in 2010. All these women took bold steps. They had to fight against several extenuating and militating circumstances to reach their goals. Some of them experienced hostility, prejudice, and brazen male discrimination while reaching out for their goals. Despite what they had to face and what they had to go through, they stood firm. They became resolute And they refused to be cowed by their negative experiences. They wanted to make a difference, but they had to pay a price for it. Today we celebrate them, so I'd like to ask you to give them a big round of applause. To focus on women in various types of businesses for a while, being one myself. I'd like to talk about the challenges, the hindrances, and the obstacles, and some of the barriers that we face. But before that, I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to consider or even imagine the challenges that women experience in trying to set up, operate, and develop sustainable businesses? Is there not an extremely urgent need to have women not only run micro, small, medium enterprises, but begin to get even more into boardrooms all over the world? The answers are clear. And the answers are very simple. That time has come. That time is now. And the earlier that we recognize it, and embrace it, and encourage it, the better for the growth of worldwide economies. Half of the world's greatest resource is still being blocked from reaching their full potential due to the fact that they belong to the female gender. We're being blocked just because we are women. Opportunities to tap into their talents and energy are being wasted on a daily basis. But the world cannot